Well, welcome everybody to episode 3 of Library Tea with Shane Lynn today in Hyndman.
Hi.
I can see your face, but I know a special place where
So, today as I said, we're with Shane Lynn. We're actually in Hyndman, which is why the background looks a little different. We're in front of some of the main library stacks. Shane, I would like you to introduce what tea we're drinking today.
Today, we are drinking Rootbeer black tea. You need to steep this for 4 to 5 minutes.
You do.
And it smells like root beer. It's pretty
Yeah,
delightful.
it looks like this when it's brewed. Hold this up. Cheers. We're going to give it a taste.
Salud.
It smells so good. What do you think?
It's really good. Tastes like root beer.
And it's not like it's sweet on its own.
Mm-hmm.
You know, did not add sugar,
No sugar added.
as I usually say. I like my tea black. And you can get root beer tea at Everythign Tea. Yeah, get that up close. Oh, nice.
Look at that.
It's beautiful.
Don't mind my cuticles.
It's in Bedford. And also this lovely tea pot, which is how we brewed it today. So, for those of you who don't know, the Hyndman Library is now a branch of the Bedford County Library, but that didn't really change anything. All it did was I'm now, I guess, overseer, and we work much closer together. But Shane is the branch manager here,
Yes, indeed.
and he sets up programming and does all kind of stuff. So Shane, I would like you to talk a little bit about, since you've been here since December, what you've done the past couple months.
Well, we mostly started out by kind of reorganizing everything and putting some paint on the walls and kind of lightening things up, and the atmosphere's changed quite a bit. It's more inviting and more workable. We had a flea market that was located in the front of the library as soon as you walked in, and that has its own room now, which is pretty neat. We've updated the history room, and that has its own room as well now, and we've had some pretty good events so far. We had Santa at the library. We had a Valentine's Day event last night. We have, on March 14th, a bake sale that's going to take place all day. And we also have a fundraiser coming up with Caravan Mill State Farm Agency, where up to $10 of every quote per person will be donated to the Hyndman Library. So that's pretty exciting. And then in June, we are going to start a library drama club for students up until 18 years of age.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So Shane, what else can we expect from the Hyndman Library?
Well, the goal is to have it be the center of the town. Unfortunately, Hyndman doesn't have too many, how can I say this? They don't have a lot of places to go in the community because it's a small community. And so what we're trying to do is create events and get people in the library, make it a safe place, and have it somewhere where somebody can go for fun, because there's, as I said, there's not much in the town. So that's the main goal, and to just make the place thrive. And fortunately, in the last couple months, especially this month, we've seen a lot more people coming in, so it's a wonderful thing.
All good. What are your story times like, and what time are they?
So we just had our second story time. We had a little hiatus while Mary was retiring and such, so we could get everything situated and put in to a good schedule. Our story times are every Tuesday from 10:30 to 11 a.m. and I just had my first one this past Tuesday, and I had a ball. It was so much fun. The kids are great. It's a great way to get to know the community better and the children. And we read the story. It was called Stanley's Wild Ride. It was fantastic. Then we made little dogs. So we normally have a craft as well. And I believe last week Miss Polly, read an Elmo book, and they made Cookie Monsters. It was outstanding.
Cool.
And then after we're done with the craft and reading, we play a little bit, and it's fun to watch them having fun.
Good. And that's for what ages?
That is mostly preschool.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why it's in the morning, because everybody else is in school.
Yeah. So, Shane, there's a book that you've read before that I know you want to talk about. I've been aching to discuss this.
The bones in my body are achy. You can't see the title of the book because of the barcode. But the book is The Choice.
If you turn it to spine, there you go. The Choice.
The Choice
By
by Nicholas Sparks. It's a wonderful book. I am a Nicholas Sparks connoisseur.
Connoisseur. He reads Nicholas Sparks like he drinks fine wines.
And now Rootbeer tea.
And now Rootbeer tea.
The book is wonderful. It's about this guy, and this lady moves in next door to him, and long story short, they fall in love with each other, but she's seeing another guy, typical Nicholas Sparks. She's seeing another guy, and there's a little bit of a love affair that occurs, and she ends up getting engaged to the guy who isn't her neighbor. But then she breaks it off, goes to South Carolina to see her parents, and the main character goes to South Carolina and proposes to her.
Spoiler alert, we're not going to tell you how it ends.
That's it. But
That's all you get.
It's a romance, and I'm a romance guy. Those are the books I read.
There's romance in his heart.
Yes. Indeed. So pick up the book today at your local library, The Choice, and see how it ends.
And the Hyndman Library, I believe, has somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 items.
Yes.
But, very excitingly, if you're in Hyndman, or in Bedford, or in Saxton, or in Everett, you can request any of the books in any of the collections in Bedford County to be delivered to your home library, and you can read them. So, if you're the whole way out there in Artemis, I know that your home library is Everett, and you really want to read The Choice, and Everett doesn't have it, which I can't really look up right now. I don't know if they do or not. Sorry, Amber. If they don't have it, you can request Hyndman's copy, and it will be delivered to Everett, and you can read it. So that's a very exciting thing. And one of these days, I'm going to come up with I don't know if it'll be a tea video or not, but I'm going to create a video to show folks how to do that from home, because I think it's one of the most worthy resources we have to be able to request books from it.
Go ahead.
So thank you again for watching Library Tea. You can see any of the previous episodes by clicking down below me. Especially the first episode, very important stuff about how to brew tea and things like that. Shane, thanks for joining me for this episode.
Absolutely. It was fun.
And we'll see you with episode 4. I'm not actually sure who's going to be on episode 4 yet. It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
But I do know it's going to be exciting stuff local. So, thank you.
Thanks.
That's all I drink. I can't even drink coffee.
That's what stunted your growth.